Hi YouTube, it's been a little while. You're basically going to laugh at my misfortune. This Game Boy Advance is an AGS 101, and I managed to ruin the LCD. So, given the fact that it's ruined and there's nothing else I can do about it, I figured I would show a video on the different layers and parts of this LCD and tell you what not to do. So, in front of the screen here is obviously the plastic protector. This is the LCD. This is where the actual graphics get loaded into as far as colors go. It's see-through. Obviously, there are more layers behind that. I will get to that. But with the cable here from the board, it gets wrapped around, literally, in a fashion where it can have some slack, allow the top to open and shut, and be able to operate properly without things pulling out of the board. So this part is the actual LCD. You're going to see very shortly where behind the LCD I kind of had my problem. Okay, so a little background here. This is the model I showed in my last episode that I was going to repair. The logic board doesn't charge. You plug in a cable, it will not charge. The light comes on, it turns off. So I decided, okay, after a little bit of basic troubleshooting, maybe it was a boring episode, maybe it wouldn't be, but I ended up soaking the board in isopropyl alcohol. The mistake I made was I did it upside down. And the further mistake I made is the fact that this LCD does not take kindly to modifications or any kind of rubbing alcohol. Why is that? Well, here's the LCD. This part of the LCD just shows exactly what colors are on the screen. There's no brightness or anything. You can see right through it. The front part goes right here. Behind the LCD, though, once you get the plastic apart, you'll see here, this board holds the backlight. And behind that is where we have our problem. This diffuses the backlight so it is even. This reflects the backlight so it is bright. And this is where I had my problem. When the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, went behind the screen, it messed up this plastic. It completely messed it up. You can see the spots right here. I saw that on the LCD when I started the game. And I said, okay, well, it's going to go away. No, it doesn't. This does not react kindly at all to rubbing alcohol. You can see my my attempts to repair and to kind of coat some isopropyl alcohol to make it even. This does not take kindly at all to isopropyl alcohol. Then I said, okay, well, I bought another one. This one actually works just fine. The motherboard charges. The LCD is not in great shape. This one, if you turn it on, you can see lines here. But if you turn it off, well, you're not going to be able to see it. The lines persist. These are dead pixels. So I thought, swappy, right? Well, what I did as a mistake, I made another mistake. I pulled on this cable and I tore some of this ribbon off. And let me tell you, it is nearly impossible to get this lined again. It's ruined. And all I had to do was be careful, not pull on this cable, and I would have been able to make the swap, no problem. But I didn't. I ruined this screen because I didn't know that this was going to fail and this was just going to turn into a shit show. So, on top of that, Well, I didn't, on top of the fact that I didn't know that this was going to fail if any kind of acetone or isopropyl alcohol was going to touch this, this is not fixable. It shows. When you put this in the background, you're going to see every single little spot in the background. It is horrible. It's unviewable. But the fact that I ruined this cable during the teardown made this operation impossible. And, well, I failed. I failed at it. And I thought that this video would at least be educational to tell other people, well, first of all, here's how the AGS 101 model works. Like, this is what the LCD looks like, and this is how it operates. But secondly, do not put any kind of liquid in this LCD. Don't do it, because it will fail, and it will ruin the monitor. Also, if you take apart this monitor, know that this cable here is permanently attached. Behind the LCD, you'll see it right here, is the cable that attaches to the backlights. And you'll see that, oh, it reattached, but you'll see it in the board if I were to just do this. Right there, those are the backlights. And obviously the last layer is foil, so that any light is reflected. And you can obviously see here, when I examined the motherboard or the logic board of this device, there was water damage, and you can clearly see it here. But what makes it worse is the fact that you can actually see where I tried to clean this. And it just smears everywhere. I haven't tried vinegar, but when you try to do basic cleaning, it doesn't work. So my advice here is the LCD screen, be very, very careful. Pry it apart very carefully. Don't pull on this cable. Do not put any kind of rubbing alcohol on it. It will ruin the screen, and it's irreversible. I've tried my best to reverse this, and it doesn't happen. I hope you learned from my failure here. I ruined this screen, and I was super, super upset when I did so. But at least I can educate some people on how the layers work on the 101 model. Show everyone what it looks like and how it works, so that maybe somebody who performs a repair doesn't achieve the same failure that I did. So it's kind of a short video. I understand that it's been about 2 weeks since I posted a video. I've been really busy, but I am trying to do my best to keep up. Next series, I'm moving on from the Game Boy games onto another series, which is in the box to my right. So stay tuned. We'll have some fun. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great night. Be safe and be well. And thank you, YouTube.